The Athletic did a poll with former NBA players, asked them a number of questions to get their feel for it. Brandon, can you jump on for a second?
And believe it or not, I'm walking.
Is Brandon there or
in.
no?
Y'all need to play that, Rob.
Yeah, I'm here.
That's my 80s joint right there.
And it was a number of questions, right, about the NBA.
Yes, it was.
So tell us, the topics, because it was like they thought that LeBron James, right, is still the best player in the league.
Right.
The older heads, right? The older heads.
Right. They were basically polling players, like retired NBA players, what they don't and don't like, what they do and don't like about today's game.
Right, and it was that LeBron James is the best player. They don't like the style of play, correct?
Correct, yeah.
And they like Curry.
And
better.
They like Steph Curry. He's the player that they like to watch the most play.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, thank you. And that leads us to what we're going to talk about, which is.
And I'm not sure that's so true amongst. I would assume older players like between 40.
I'm shocked that the older
old.
players saying that they just want to see a guy shoot a three from midcourt.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
Can I address that? Because I'm not sure that's true, because most of the older NBA players or players around my age, that's what I think they would say older, between 40, 45, 40, 50
These
years
are just
old.
former players.
Right. They're still in Kobe mode, if you want to know the truth. That's the God's honest truth. The older heads don't particularly like, I don't think LeBron's road to his championships. He basically started the super team situation when he went to Miami, and then Durant and others followed. And old school guys, they don't really like that. So, while the old school guys probably have a problem with the proliferation of threes being shot and how the game has lost its physicality, post-play, baseline dunking, etc., Steph Curry has at least stayed with one team and won multiple championships with that team. So that's to be respected. So he and LeBron, they pissed the older heads off in a way, but Curry's been in one place. He won his MVPs in one place. He won his championships in one place. LeBron's a GOAT candidate.
But he also got Kevin Durant for two of those. Let's not act like that didn't happen.
But I don't care, because Steph Curry won a championship before LeBron got there.
But I doubt that they were going to win those two.
Anything to anybody. LeBron ran around looking for somebody to help him win a championship. So Steph Curry will always get tons of more respect
Steph
from me.
Curry and them they choked down a 3-1 lead. That was after they set the all-time record.
Okay, so they have what?
And then they ran out and got Durant after they choked down that lead. So that the narrative is a little weird that,
or he fell in their lap.
He didn't fall in their lap. They recruited him. I mean, go follow Draymond and them and Steph. They all begged him to come.
They begged him.
Okay,
Yeah, it was. They actually enjoy watching Steph Curry. Steph Curry was the highest-rated player that they enjoy watching the most.
Who's second? Do you have it in front
John
of you?
Morant was second. Nikola Jokic was third. Kevin Durant fourth, and Luka Doncic fifth.
Okay, so where are you? JR, on this popularity contest on players to watch? Are you with the Steph Curry or somebody else?
Yeah, I love Curry. I love watching Curry, because I think he does what he does better than anyone else. Like, a lot of people try, but it's like sometimes watching paint dry when other people do it. But he's just so efficient at his 3-point prowess. We love watching Steph. Like I said, he's been on one team. People want to. It's amazing how he won 73 games, won a championship already. Then, like a real champion, he acquiesced to KD. Something none of those guys could do. Westbrook can't do. Harden can't do. That's why they haven't won. He acquiesced to Durant. He said, "You come here, even though I've already got my MVP, I've already got my championship, I've already got the world at my hands. I'm credited with single-handedly changing the game. So I don't need anything from you." Rob said he begged him. "I don't need anything from you.
You're running away.
You're running away from a team.
Why would you get him?
You're running away from a team that kicked your butt.
Why would you get him? Why would you get him if you don't need him?
Because if you're Steph Curry, you understand that your legacy is helped because you've already won.
Because you choked down the first 3-1 lead ever in the history of the NBA.
Nah, I mean,
you
I
didn't
don't
go
know.
get Kevin Durant because you didn't need him.
I don't know if they choked it away. They didn't have a full team. They lost an integral part of their team. Like, did you forget
they
what
were
happened?
up 3-1, and they lost 2 home
That
games
changed the
and
whole
3 games
team.
in a row. All right, let me get to this.
Losing Draymond changed the. That's like losing
That's
Magic.
one
You lose
game.
Magic Johnson.
Steph Curry can't win you one of the last 2 games. They
That's who
lost Game 7 at home.
That's who you're putting it on?
They lost Game 7 at home, didn't they?
Wow. And how many times did Kevin Durant get sent home?
I'm not. Kevin
Going back
Durant
to
won
OKC.
2 Finals MVPs.
And
Here's
then
my
when he
point.
ran with his tail between his legs to Steph Curry, Steph, please save me.
No,
Please save me,
go
Steph.
back. Go back and read the story on how Draymond and them all went on the phone and begged him to come.
That's fine.
To
They
join
didn't
that
beg him.
team.
I'm sure they didn't beg him. I'm sure they said we'd
because
love to
he wasn't
have
sure on how people would look at it, and they were like, "Just come." But all right, let me get to my point because
Sure.
we'll agree to disagree on them asking him. They recruited him. He didn't call them. They recruited him. Here's my point. I disagree with the older players. In fact, I think Steph Curry ruined the NBA with the three-point shot. As great as he is, it did change the game, but it changed it for the worse. In that everybody believes that they can hit threes and everybody just shoots threes. Look at that awful NBA All-Star game. It's either a three or a dunk. The NBA is boring to watch. A big guy sitting out on a perimeter shooting threes. This is what Steph has done because he was such a great three-point shooter. So when I look back at it, I'm not a big fan of the three despite his ability to shoot it, and I'm not taking away what he was able to do, but I do believe I like the old NBA. I like defense. I like stops. When I want to watch somebody play basketball, I would rather watch Kevin Durant any day than Steph Curry. He can shoot from any place on the court. Mid-range assassin. He can shoot threes. He doesn't even shoot that many threes. He can do stuff around the basket. He can do anything. He is a scorer.
I definitely prefer Durant over watching LeBron play, and that's what I said earlier. Though I said the older heads, it was we were choosing between Curry and LeBron. That's what I said. That's like older heads.
It
that's
was
like
just anybody. Those top
poison?
5 that we were talking. We're just talking about who do you like to see play in the NBA?
Yeah, I love watching Steph Curry play. I mean, I don't like watching everybody shoot threes, but that's his game. I don't like watching Brook Lopez do it, right? But I love watching Steph Curry do it because he does it better than anyone else, right? And he's not one-dimensional, right? Like Steph Curry has crazy handle. He has an awesome game driving to the basket. He can pass. Steph Curry's a full player.
Doesn't play defense, you know that.
Well,
He's not a great defender.
nobody does. And we can list every single player in the NBA that's a star now, and it's going to be the same thing. It doesn't hurt Joker that he don't play a lick of defense at 7 feet tall. He's still winning MVPs. You can't to use a lack of defense against anyone anymore in the NBA is absurd because the scores are 160 to 150 a night. Who's playing defense? Can we stop? Who's playing defense
before we
in the
got
NBA?
there, you know that he would never play. They would try to hide him defensively, Steph Curry. I'm just saying that's just the only. If you have one negative about his game, that's what you would say. But anyway, here's a quote.
I agree with you. They don't like that style of play. I don't like it.
Here's a quote from the article. Quote,
Sure.
Steph is doing things that seem impossible sometimes. He has changed the landscape of basketball. He looks like a normal person. That was Olin Polynice. And just for the record,
I'm so tired of that. I'm so tired of hearing people say that.
LeBron James ranked 7th on the most enjoyable to watch as far as veteran players.